Everyone, this is Sergeant Dangercal. Thanks for watching the video and checking out the channel. Please, if you feel up to it, hit subscribe and like, share, all the rest of that jazz. So today we're going to talk about the much hyped Season 6 for 2042, and thanks to EA and DICE, I'm able to show you a little bit of gameplay from the new map Redacted, and talk about the new weapons and a little bit about the new vehicle. This season has probably been the most hyped since launch, mainly down to a great Easter egg, and credit to the BFEE community for figuring that one out. We also got arguably one of the best season trailers we've seen for 2042 that set the community alight with talk of zombies. Straight off the bat though, we need to put zombies out of the mix. The glow-eyed soldiers, though part of the lore, are sadly just skins, albeit very cool ones. I fear this was a missed opportunity for DICE to pull something out of the bag, perhaps an assault wave like Division, but it's not to be, and perhaps that's an asset related thing. However, probably an even more pressing question in the community, since the glimpses of the map in the trailer, is will it be truly infantry only? The answer, I'm pleased to say, is a resounding yes. The map, Redacted, that's actually the map's real name, is born from a mix of Metro and Operation Locker, although the genes probably run a bit stronger from Operation Locker in terms of look and playflow. It's a lot more detailed and well dressed than Operation Locker, as befits its role as an underground lab with hospital beds and technology dressing running throughout. The map itself has 4 flags, one at each end of the linear outlay that play a bit like the infamous stairs on Metro, and 2 in the middle that are larger biodomes under false skies, one night and one day. Again, DICE have shied a little bit away from a true night map, but it's dark enough to be stealthy, looking at you Blasco mains, and the 2 biodomes feel a bit like China Rising DLC maps with small villages, although there are porta cabins rather than huts amongst the large vegetation. How the map plays is exactly as you'd expect. There are tunnels to each side, and the biodomes are quite large. But the moment either end flag is captured by the enemy, it's going to be very hard to get out of your base. There's also going to be quite a large knock-on effect here with explosives, looking at you SPH users, and I suspect Irish's APS system will probably get buffed a bit to compensate. Paik isn't as OP as I thought she might be, but it's difficult to see her not being a favourite in this map, particularly with the option of tugs and a spawn beacon alongside her wallhack. In short, DICE have delivered exactly the Metro/Operation Locker type experience to those who wanted it. There is, however, one very important detail. The lab itself is situated underground, which immediately raises the question, what about call-ins? Well, the answer is, you won't get any. Certainly this is in keeping with infantry only, and frankly, thank God we won't have any rangers, but the bigger question here is actually about Angel. Because Angel crates are call-ins, they are also removed, which means this map essentially renders Angel pointless, as there are better choices for medics, and I find that a little surprising. But I guess it probably also marginally reduces rocket spam, because you can't constantly reload your rockets from Angel crates. Weapons. 3 new weapons come in this season, an assault rifle, a DMR, and a pistol. I won't bother talking about the L9C said pistol, because no one will give up their deagles for it, but it's described as lightweight, compact, and highly accurate. The assault rifle is the VHX D3, and out of the box it's a beast. It's probably the best gun since the RM68, and will be no doubt an instant and firm favourite here with great stopping power, 30 rounds out of the box and 40 extended, and a rate of fire of 850. It also has the option of underslung launchers, and I imagine a fire nade underslung might be very popular on this map. This also means, inevitably, that it will be nerfed in the first following patch. But in the meantime, it's going to be the new meta, so brace yourself. The new DMR will follow suit, as it too is accurate and powerful, easily the best DMR since the BSMV, and like the BSMV, it has a full auto option, albeit with a lower rate of fire. That is more than compensated for by a heavier hitting power. DMR lovers will instantly take to it, and again, I think it might challenge the VHX D3 for the meta status. The new pistol is not the G57 or the Deagle, so whether it will have any impact remains to be seen. Vehicles. After much speculation, you will now know that the new vehicle is the YUV-2 Pondhawk, two-person transport vehicle. Somewhat ironically, it won't be usable in Redacted, but described as perfect for getting quickly in and out of scrapes, it sounds like it will be essentially an ATV by another name, although it will be able to go over water. Like ATVs, it will be unarmed and without any defences, and it won't have a massive flight ceiling reaching about the top of a tunnel in exposure. Gadgets. The new gadgets, the medic and ammo pouch, are essentially lesser variants of what support players can have now. I'm somewhat surprised, not to say disappointed, that this isn't a cross-class gadget given the ongoing dearth of the general availability of ammo and medic crates. Whilst it allows support players to give health or ammo with a little more freedom and mobility and perhaps frequency, generally speaking, this would have been much more useful for the assault class at least. Finally, in a statement released by Battlefield.com's Twitter, which I will link in the description, a major quality of life improvement is set to hit in Season 6, and that being the crosshair reticle being much better synced with the recoil pattern of the gun, which now improves the feeling and consistency of all weapons when compensating for recoil and bursting. Additionally, they say they've changed almost all weaponry, even the ones least affected by this, to tighten the pull sensation, which makes the camera track recoil trajectory. This will result in the crosshair staying much closer to the centre at all times while we maintain the feel of recoil movement expressed through the camera. And I think we can all be grateful that this has finally been addressed. Conclusion. Much is made about the lack of content, specifically maps, for 2042, and goodness knows we've had to wait for a long time for a truly infantry-only map. But with Redacted, it is safe to say that DICE have delivered exactly the experience people wanted. The new AR and DMRs are probably the best in their categories out of the box and will quickly become the #1 kill feeders for Season 6. In short, despite the disappointment many will feel about the lack of zombies, the skins do look cool, and the new weapons and map are decent additions to the 2042 roster. That's all for this video, thanks for watching, stay Wagyu legendaries, and I'll see you on the battlefield.